start with Laura's horse, Chaucer. He is an OTTB, and we are working on gaining some serious weight. And when his hind end crosses the camera, you'll see why I say that. He came to Laura a couple of months ago, I think. And they've been doing well together. However, he is not, you'll see in a second, he is not a pasture board type horse. So we have declined in weight, but we are working on it. And we're also working on developing a top line along with all the thoroughbreds. So we spend a lot of time in walk. Oh boy. And again, I keep my hands really nice and low. Flexible elbows, inside leg. There we go. Good boy. Good boy. Good boy. So he has issue with his right lead. And good boy. Good boy. All right. And so I gotta help him out with that a little bit. Hopefully that does not help him gain weight and gain top line though. So we're gonna keep the ride super short so that I can hopefully keep him thinking about developing that top line. And going forward into the contact a little bit more. Good. And why I keep it really short on horses that don't have a lot of top line, why wouldn't you work longer? Well, it's just like if you went to the gym trying to bench press or doing any sort of ab workout and you haven't done it in a while, it's going to be pretty taxing on you. And if you do too much, it's going to hurt, not help. So I want to help. So that's my goal with him, is to help. Now, plus I don't want to burn off more calories. Good boy. So I want to be very careful. What I'm taking out of the tank does not exceed what I'm putting in. Good boy. Good. So we're going to do a little bit of trot. Good boy. propulsion of the trot. Carries a little bit more activity. It's easier for him to get onto the bridle, onto the aids. I'm riding him in a custom Omni because I'm sponsored by Custom and I can't share media stuff if I'm not in one of their saddles. So right there when he comes up, go forward. So I have it shimmed up quite a bit. Good boy. So that it's not too low on him. And this is my first time riding him in it, so I'll be really sure to check my fit at the end of the ride. Make sure he's not sore anywhere. Good. Now this horse really likes the comfort of the rail, so that's why I'm down here. Hopefully you can still hear me and see me. Good boy. So we'll go back into trot this direction. Good. Good. So it's all about being a good weight for him to carry. And really thinking about how I can keep my body nice and light. So that he can move better, more freely. Okay, so he has a little bit of a right lead issue. So I'm going to stay going to the right. And I'm going to see if I can't just pop him onto it and then us be done. Because like I said, I don't want to have my output exceed my input. I want to be super careful when I ride horses that are a little bit down, that I don't spend too much time, make them muscles sore, all of that kind of thing. I want to develop, not hurt. Okay. So, kind of following, if you have seen my mom's horse Gabriel, his way back from really skin and bones. We did a few rides on him here and there. Just kept him really short and just kept feeding the mess out of him. So that's kind of what my thought process is with Chaucer here while I am the one putting the rides on him. So we'll go back to trot. Good boy. Good. So again, I don't care where his face may go. Keep all my weight left. Almost. Good boy. Nope. Okay. That's all right. Try it again. All my weight left. That's okay. Come back. Wants to not turn. There we go. Good boy. And back to the top. Be a nice weight to carry. Inside leg. There we go. Good. Okay. So again, when you're building a horse up, don't be afraid to do quick 10-minute, 15-minute rides, because it's all about them. It's not about you at the moment. It's more about what they need, not what you need. So we're going to call that good. We're going to take a look at our saddle fit, and we're going to keep feeding this bugger up. And we're going to keep working mostly with the right lead whenever I'm on him, and make sure that we can help him develop as best as we can. So we'll see you with the next one. Hello, this is Apollo. He is an Arabian owned by Shannon, and I have a student of mine that usually does a half lease with him, Lauren, and then he's shared by a lot of people. My barn manager, Lauren, also takes some rides on him in between times. So he is quite the ladies' man. And this will be actually my first ride on him. In a very, very tiny saddle. Everybody else that rides him is very small. I am not. So this is my first ride on Apollo. So it's kind of like a getting to know you thing. I know from teaching lessons on him, or with him, that he knows some pretty cool stuff. However, I am not going to assume that he's going to like me enough to say, hey, cool, you know it too, let's do it together. So we're gonna just kind of have a day together. And I want a little bit more of a walk. There we go. Good. He doesn't like to swing through in his walk, I already know that. But he has one of those short Arab backs. And so I know that he's gonna not want to necessarily swing through that back, because it's easy to get a short back kind of stiff, locked up a little bit. And all the jigging, like, I don't mind. I'm just treating it as though it's a normal everyday walk. And hopefully I can help him improve it a little bit. So again, when he inverts and goes kind of against my hand, he's running into my shoulders, not my hands. Like, I don't let him get my hands high. I want to keep my hands low. Low and a little bit wide on this horse, because he has a tendency to get a little deep. He doesn't want me to ride with my leg on. Too bad, so sad, son. Hot horses, or when they present hot, ride with your leg on, so that you're never surprising them with your aids. They're always really close. Dull horses ride with your leg off, so that they start to know when you put your leg on that you mean something. So this is not quite the walk that I was hoping for, but that's okay. We are in Dragonfly City over here. I know. When it's right in my face. I know, I'm sorry. Here we go. So I am going to actually start off with some long leg yields and walk. I don't care. You can go. So we're going to go off the rail, and we're just going to leg yield. If we make it to the other rail, great. Oh, that's back in really sideways. If we don't make it to the other rail, fine. We'll just go straight ahead. So the haunches are kind of lagging, so that means I got to fix the outside shoulder, not the haunches. There we go. And then I'm going to go straight ahead right here. So the leg yield actually helped the walk get a little bit better. A little bit more sweeping. Also kind of helped the contact, so he would lower his pole a little bit more. And he's starting to accept that my leg is there, and it's not necessarily going to go away. I'm just going to kind of keep it on his side, since he's showing me that he's a little hot today. Well, he comes against my shoulders. Yep, there you go. But leg yield is forward and sideways. There. Good. Good. The one thing with him, too, just like my mares that I usually ride every day, that I can't ride every day right now because everybody's got me riding their horses, I can't put my leg too far back because I'm going to run out of horse, like, incredibly quickly with him. So I have to make sure that I'm being super correct in my aids and not letting myself get dragged away with my leggings going too far back. So into the trot we go, and we are very much thinking back to our endurance days, I think. That's okay. So here, I want to post against him a little bit. Ooh, excuse you. And thinking, lots of bending lines. Maybe actually sitting will be better. Nope. There we go. Some horses warm up better sitting if you know how to sit well. Some horses warm up better posting, even if you know how to sit well. You gotta be flexible. Anytime that he tries to invert, I'm putting that inside leg on. Even if he's like, fine, I'm gonna go fast. I'm like, well, that's okay, but my seat is staying in this tempo right here. And anytime I change direction, he's like, I don't know that you know how to do this. And he's just testing me a little bit. And I say, that's okay. I know I'm offering you a different feel than most of your people do. I'm fine with that. So we're just going to see if we can't smooth out these changes of direction by using the inside leg. There we go. So I'm going to let them sneeze and allow my elbow to go forward, but I'm not going to let him be rude about it by kind of taking the rein away from me. I'm going to do some leg yield. There you go. Good. Good boy. And I know he's getting a little deep. I'm not 100% sure that I'm in love with this bit on him. Maybe Shannon can remind us what he's in. I think it's one of the turtles from Noishula. I think I'd like him better in the transangled egg butt that they've got. It's my go-to bit if any of you are bit shopping. Oh, two sideways. There we go. Good. My hands down. A little farther apart, maybe. There we go. Good boy. Good job, Apollo. Good. And we'll walk with the inside leg to the outside eights. I'd rather have a few steps of trot than him brace against me like this. So taking my time, that's better. Good boy. All right, so I know from teaching lessons on him that his right lead canter is not his strong lead. So we're going to do that first. We'll see if we can't put him on the circle here in the middle. And I know that it's his hard lead because he dumps his riders to the right. He wants to really kind of push his whole body over into that right side, and then that frees up his left side super well. So my job is to free up the right side and allow him to find the right lead with his left side, if any of that made sense. You've got to kind of think about it in psychology terms, using the strong side to help figure out the weaker side. So we'll go back to trot. I'm just going to stay sitting today. It's kind of hard to post in I think it's a 16-inch saddle. Yeah, get off of my leg. Thank you. Sometimes it's okay to give them a little correction aid as long as it's momentary, and then you're off of it. Okay, so I'm going to take a little counter flexion. Make sure that my right hip is leading, left shoulder back. Keep that side leg on. Good boy. Kind of figure this out. There. Good boy. Back to trot. Pardon this inch. Good. Good boy. So we're going to try that canter one more time. See if we can't help him with the transition. Whoop. 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 I'd rather canter on this lead, so that's okay. I'd rather canter on this lead. Back to trot. Keep it all together. Keep it all together. Together. There we go. Good boy. And a walk. Not like that. And a walk. Not swinging the haunches out. Good. Good. Walk. Yeah, that's okay. He says, I can jig. Very nice. Thank you for offering. But I want this walk. There we go. There we go. That's what I want. Oh, that's so good. And then it's a weak suit for him, like the walk in general. It's hard, but this is better. And then he says, I'd rather jig. And I'm okay with that. So we're going to canter once to the left, and then we'll see about getting some horses on the bands for you guys. So back to trot we go. Oh, not like that. I feel like I can be a little bit, from watching and teaching on him, I feel like I can, don't run into my outside leg. I feel like I can tell him a little bit more. No, there we go. That was better. Good. Inverted, sure, but it wasn't as against my hand as the other ones. Good. Oh, falling in. Now inside leg. Oh, inside leg because he's pressing against the contact. Good. Good. Okay. Collect the trot a little bit. Outside rein, outside leg. Good. Boy. So I have a trichanter going on at times. So I gotta make sure that he's forward enough to actually canter. Together. Better. Still against my hand. So inside leg to outside aids. There we go. Good. Inside leg. Yep. And we're going to walk. Inside leg. Inside leg. Inside leg. Inside leg. Don't go past my outside aids. Again, coming into my shoulder. Oh. There. And then I can get looser. Teach him to be looser. No. I'm actually going to take him through the right rein. There we go. Good boy. Through the right rein. Off of my right leg a little bit. Have him kind of come left. Like a leg out on the circle a little bit here. There. Kind of loosen the top line. Loosen the walk. Good. No. As soon as I stop, he goes back to saying, I know the name of this game. There we go. Good. Better, buddy. Good. So that's my first ride on him. And he knows some cool stuff, but I don't have to get greedy and say, hey, come on, let's do some things. He could get real emotional with me. You know, he is who he is. And I need to recognize that, you know, first ride is not the time to be like, and this horse can do this and this and this and this and this. So being a little bit more sensitive type, and he's used to being able to get away with a little bit more. So we had some discussions, but it's not a bad thing. He's definitely a fun little ride. Brings me back to my days riding in Wisconsin on our little Arabs that we had actually. So it's a pretty fun little ride for me. And a 16-inch saddle really brought me back. But we'll see if we can't get some video. I don't know how it's going to work out because the bands is on the lunge. So maybe I'll hook the watch up to the surcingle with a couple horses and see how that goes. But hope you guys stay safe, stay well.